So I just got done watching the finale for Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, episode 49, and I gotta say, this was a pretty good finale and a good send-off for the characters, because not only that did we get a lot of closure for our heroes and what's going to happen next for them, it does set up how we might be seeing Kaito in Don Brothers for the upcoming next Sentai, Don Brothers. So that should be interesting because it kind of gives you an idea with how we might be running into Kaito in that series. But let's talk about Zenkaiger episode 49. So, Zenkaiger episode 49. This episode started out kind of weird because everything was back to normal, and even some parts of the episode played out like the very first episode. But then the whole premise of the first half of this episode is Kaito going toe-to-toe with God, trying to get his memories back, trying to get his friends back, because Kaito's friends and the friends he made along the way is his reason to smile. And the whole God thing in Zenkaiger is kind of a trippy thing to understand, because apparently the dude's been there the whole time. He was possessing the bird and then he possessed a bunch of other characters, but his motives was to control the multiverse, so he did that by possessing the bird guy, so that way he could work under the bad guys and then just slowly make his move. It does sound like some A-grade planning or some top-tier big brain planning, but I feel like if we just stuck to the whole Tochi Tendo being the final boss, I would have been fine with that as well. But I understand what they were trying to do, and I do like how Kaito went toe-to-toe with God in the finale, and Kaito's personality, his ability to shine through and befriend anyone. He was even able to befriend God, and that's what made him able to see his friends again in the finale, which was kind of a wholesome moment. But seeing how Kaito can bring a smile to anyone's face that we've seen throughout the series, like Stacy and Zox and stuff like that, it shows that Kaito's determination and his personality is almost able to befriend anyone he meets, and seeing how he was able to talk to God was a pretty cool thing. He did defeat him in Roxas's paper, which was kind of funny, but overall this finale was a nice little epilogue, because last week's episode, episode 48, was the battle with the big boss and they were able to defeat the big boss, but this episode was the epilogue to all of that. And I gotta say, even though I had a lot of talking, you gotta appreciate the wholesome moments and the epilogue we got for our characters. Like, you see Vroom off teaching people, he started up his school. You got Majin, she's sort of helping out younger kids who are shy and stuff like that, because she was shy herself. And then you had Gowan and Jordan hanging out in the candy shop. Like, you got to see a good epilogue for these characters. And Stacy is the interesting character out of all of them. He doesn't want to rule over the Kikutopia, but he wants to help everyone out, which is kind of a nice character arc for that character, where Stacy didn't know what he wanted to do in life throughout the series. He was the bad guy, then he was kind of the good guy, then he didn't know what he was doing. But the whole character arc of Stacy was something very interesting in Zenkaiger, where we saw the journey that character went on, and at the end of the show, he's got a happy end. And no doubt about it, we'll probably see him in the upcoming movie, the Zenkaiger vs. Kira Major movie. No doubt about it, we'll see him there, since he's such a popular character. But everyone did get their happy endings. I mean, you got the whole Gold Tweaker family getting turned back into humans again, but they can also turn back into gears, so Zox can use his powers. And not only that, you got to see 2 brand new gears, which are probably going to become Bandai exclusive toys or something like that. It was a good little finale, and I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. So the series ends with Kaito going on his own journey to travel across parallel worlds just like his parents. And what's really cool about this ending is he brings all his friends along with him. So he's traveling across worlds with the other Zenkaigers, because he says his goal is to be the first Super Sentai team to travel across parallel worlds. Where he's going to go, no idea, but seeing how Kaito, or a version of Kaito, or a variant version of Kaito, is going to show up in Don Brothers, I get the feeling that Kaito might get separated from his friends, and he'll either run into Kaito with his memories lost, or we'll run into Jurin, and Jurin's going to help out the team, because Jurin is one of the reasons why they formed the mecha in Don Brothers. So I get the feeling that Kaito might lose his memories or something when he travels across worlds, or maybe this is right, maybe this is a totally different Kaito. But either way, The ending of Zenkaiger was really wholesome, really nice, and really sweet, and although I had my ups and downs with Zenkaiger when I was watching it, I really loved it. Then I got really annoyed with it because how silly and fillery it felt at most times, but then it had some really good moments like the Jetman moment and the Hellkaiser arc. That was really cool as well. I think Zenkaiger is not a bad Sentai. I think people had too many high expectations going into it because they probably thought it was going to be like Gokaiger because it was a big anniversary season. But Zenkaiger is a wacky, goofy, lighthearted series, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And the characters is what makes it, of how wholesome and sweet they are. Even the villains, you can find something to love about them, which Stacy's a villain and you learn to love Stacy because he has a redeemable story arc in the end. But either way, even though I had my ups and downs with Zenkaiger watching it, at the end of the day or at the end of the series, I think this is a fun Super Sentai series to watch. Is it my favourite high up on the list? I don't know, because I haven't seen many Sentai series, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm definitely going to rewatch it again in the nearby future. So, with that said, that's my review for Zenkaiger episode 49. Join me next week as we talk about Don Brothers episode 1, the brand new Super Sentai series that will be premiering next week. So, with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Special thanks to all the members such as Swaggerful and Andrew McCoy, and the Power Bunny was a $30 member. If you want to get your name shouted out like these guys over here, hit the join button or become a Patreon supporter for special perks and stuff like that on the channel. With that said, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day or night. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.